Hi all, I know everyone's celebrating the success of Narendra Modi's visit to the United States, and I don't want to take that away from you, but I do want to ask you to consider something. At Mr. Modi's brief press conference at the White House, only one American reporter was given the opportunity to ask him a question, and that reporter was from the Wall Street Journal, that is America's leading business newspaper, and the major American newspaper that is in general most friendly, or at least unfriendly, towards India. And what did that reporter focus her question on? Remember, this is a business newspaper. She could have asked about the Indian economy. She could have asked about technology cooperation. She could have asked about India's openness to investment, about the prospect of a U.S.-India trade agreement. And no, what did she spend her question on? She spent it on asking about human rights for Muslims in India. And that's India's America challenge. That's India's American problem. It's what India has to deal with. The fact that even the Wall Street Journal, when given the opportunity to ask a question of the Indian Prime Minister, instead of using it on something useful and of interest to their own readers, instead wastes it on a virtue signal. And I say wastes it because, of course, the Wall Street Journal reporter knew that Mr. Modi was not going to say anything really in response to her question, and yet she asked the question anyway to show how virtuous she was and how virtuous her paper was in holding India to account, instead of actually using the question to ask someone her own readers would want to know. That is India's America problem in a nutshell.